And we are streaming. So, welcome back to Tiles of Confusion for this week, and I am in the worst run of form that I think I've been in a considerable amount of time. When I got depressed at the game and actually left for those few months, I was actually doing better than I am right now, in all honesty. Honestly, it's been mostly bad play. There's been some bad luck, certainly, but we are looking like we're about to crash out of Expert 3 at the current rate. So, while we're with people, let's continue the dive. I have actually not want to get the Hanchan since the second one on Sunday. That was technically Kyrol's bingo stream, so pinch of salt on that. But that's the last Hanchan I won, and I will not finished in top of the next 17. So we're in something of a rut right now. Anyway, we're going to continue on with this and see if we are about to crash out of gold before we go and start Tiles of Confusion properly. Also, hello Giovanni. Let's see how we do. Do I often do rank like this? Yeah, but I mostly don't stream ranked. I mostly stream this common stuff. But I usually do a Sanma game before we start all the versus chat nonsense. A, so that people can turn up. B, so we actually have notifications and whatever else. But in this case, this is just out of mental requirement that I need to get out of this now. I need to get out of this rut I'm in. And it's either going to happen in the versus games, where I'm just going to crash out of that, or I'm going to crash out of this as well. So we're going to steer into the skid, and we are going to finish outside of the top 2 yet again, lose some more ranking points, and be one loss from going back to Expert 2. So it's been a fun 2 weeks at Expert 3, gotta be honest. Well. It's only a rank, it's not the end of the world, and we shall see. If we do have enough people to actually start up a proper match in the Tiles of Confusion lobby, I will start that up the moment it gets noticed. Currently we only have Rise waiting, but absolutely feel free if you want to join in. Tournament listing is down below. If not, I will find out what it is and tell people. In the meantime, we are looking not too bad, it has to be honest. Two away from what is probably just going to be Red Dragon Dora. Or Riichi waiting on the Red Dragon for Dora. But we've been outsped. Okay. Okay, a couple of things going on here. I think for general purposes we can afford to get rid of the Tuso at this point. Yeah, no worries. I'm just letting people know in case there are enough people around. And as I say, the other side of the coin for doing things like this is just give some time for people to turn up. Teaser Suji. How much do we really want to go for this, though? Might as well play 7. We had an outside chance for 5, 6, 7 Sanchikyu, which is the only thing I'd consider as a possibility trying to fight around this, but I think we've got too many required tiles to worry about that. And also we have to worry about what LCC is doing. Alright, play the Manzu. And we're not being given a lot of help here. Ultimately, we'll be killing the 5s, and we'll see what we can do from there, but 7, 7, 5 for 5. I actually know where all the 5s are. No. I was about to say, not sure that helps us a great deal, but there's the dealing. So, dealer gets to reach Dora. I mean, I'll normally start with Sanma, but if you have a look at my ranking, which I'll show you in a moment, and how my current form has gone, yeah, I badly need to continue doing some 4-player games for a bit. That is just, yeah, that is the worst run of form I think I've been on in a considerable amount of time. I haven't won a match in won a Hanchan in 17. Such is the level of skill that I am currently bringing to the table. And I know a lot of those are me just going sort of in a rage and going massively on tilt trying to fight too hard for these battles. It happens. But still, I have made some absolute clunkers in the last week or so playing. And of course, I have actually genuinely been unlucky at times. But I mean, in 17 games, you'd expect to be unlucky at least some of that. So I cannot attribute all 17 to good, bad, or otherwise play. I've just not been on form. Anyway. Yeah, hopefully we'll get through this quite reasonably quickly and then we'll just start up the usual matches. If people want to actually start up a game in the background, more than happy for you to just queue up. We'll get that started, and if, assuming this game ends first, I'll do some end of match commentary on that game before we start things again properly. But yeah, I'm in desperate need to try and boost the 1-6 free points I've got left. Could use the reds as a pair. We have them as a safe tile as well. We have an outside chance of Sanshikyu as well. So I think that's what we'll go for. Alright, double tongue. So dealer's on the continued attack here. Pair one of these up, they'd be reasonably useful as well. Fortunately, none of these have been proven to pass for dealer at this stage. We'll give out the potential Sanshikyu. Evening, Draconis. This is Riichi 5-8. Well, I might as well see if we can scare off the dealer. It could have been a Sanshikyu, but I feel that was too slow, especially with a double tone called. So I wasn't going to go too hard to try and force that, especially since we then drew the 4 anyway. I'd given up at this point, but you know. Two-sided weight, 7 left. I'm fine with a 2-hard hand right now. Well, 3 if we can see that. Nope, we have not scared off the dealer. That's probably bad for us rather than anything else. I doubt... Well, 5 is one of the safe tiles. Although it's a safe tile that I doubt anybody's going to play for safety unless they're absolutely desperate. The good news is, if he draws it, it's unlikely she needs it. Counter reach. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm just I'm in a low ebb, generally speaking, so I'm not convinced this is going to work out for us. Dealing. Nope, you've got free safety. Also, Iris is definitely on something. They wouldn't play a live, more or less live dragon like that, would they? You'd think they'd find something else that's a safe tile against 2 reaches. Nope, this is all out attack. And dealer still wins. Okay, fine. So we lose 1,000, fall 3rd. $20k gap to the dealer. Hand we get dealt is not the worst, actually, considering. It's fine. It is what it is, and ultimately, as long as the dealer is still winning, the game's going to continue at that point. Yes, at least I wasn't playing ranked. Oh boy. No, I've played 17 ranked games in the last week, and I have not won a single one of them. Alright, early reach. I don't even know what I want to do to fight this, in all honesty. We're going to have to play safe for the first one. We'll see what happens after this, but we have to play safe for at least the first discard. Then it's just avoiding anything that's going to give them value. No. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of seconds. I've hit second enough times. I just not have. I do not have anything else really to show for it. All right, he's been played. We'll risk that. Oh, I mean, I've got some stories, I'm sure. I mean, it's just normal gamesmanship. Occasionally, you will deal into somebody who's got a damaged 7 pairs, Dora 4 nonsense because you decide to calm because you badly need to catch up on points. Anyway, we're in a bit of a pickle with this one, I think. Can't really play 7 against the Reach. Well, it might be okay, but early ones are a bit dodgy. Got a red we can't really play either. Okay. Let's go for it. Oh dear. It's fine, sir. I'm also in a rut, so. All right, Reach Double Dragon. Does the 7 pass? Let's find out. Reach Double Dragon Dora. Well, we will get a Dragon Dora. There we go. Riichi Dragon Dora. And we hit her as well. Okay, we might actually end up second. I mean, that'd still be 18 hard chance without winning, but hey, second place. This is also a good start. Alright. It's kind of wanting to go for this. Okay. I don't think this is Cheetoy. This actually might just be... 1-7's already been played. Let's go for it. I'm ending this nonsense. Tanyo Dora 2. Yeah, that'll be fine actually. Very no 7's gone once. Yeah, but I think this is slightly better. We also have the ability to calm that. This is just going to be Dragon only, but it's Dragon only to be dealer, so I'm okay with it. There we go. I mean, if it wasn't for all the callings, Ryan Peiko was a thing there. And given the amount of calls needed, I was going to have to go for something with Dragon anyway. Waiting on Ryan Peiko would not have worked out with 2 people doing double calls. Dragon's fine, but now we're dealer, we don't need to necessarily worry about that. We can just play the game. The only thing we've got to avoid is obviously an LCC deal in. Unless we can get a Mungan. Mungan from LCC would be fine. Also, I'm fairly certain this is about the 3rd time I've played her today. So, what's the high end here? Reach pin through Tanyo, maybe? Okay, good draw. So T5 man, 1/4 dot, please. Yeah, 4 dot. Alright, well let's see if we want to sideways force the Tan Yao here. We can potentially call either of these if we need to. Unfortunate. I probably wouldn't be carning this anyway. Not with the 6 as well, because that's a good three-sided weight if that comes off. 6 draws left though. At this point it's just going to be call what we can. Alright, there's the attack. 7-man safe. Well, safe that away. Okay, well that's not ideal. But we'll take it anyway. Slightly worried about the 10-year possibility from there, but that's alright. I wonder if that's still playing half defense against this. Well, against LCC anyway. Oh, that's tricky. I think I have to try for it. Alright, could have been worse. Probably should have been worse. That's not very helpful right now. Okay, an attack from lead. See one east, so we'll play that out. Good draw. Alright. So we've got a slight problem having played the White Dragon in the moment against inside for these, but other than that, it's not bad. You just don't want to be in a free so anyway against triple calls. Oh, somebody definitely wants this White Dragon. Alright, let's go 1-2 and we'll try and work around it. Alright, that's a good draw. Alright, this is a hand. This is a hand. Three people with diminished hands against a door of 5. Definite Hanneman. Well, they don't know it's a definite Hanneman, but it is. Downside is it's 4-7. But people are not living in fear of the Mungan. Alright, potential carnage. Definitely no fear going on, and unfortunately I've got a Hanneman. That means I should really be pushing this, even though I am next to certain this is going to have to deal in. The thing is, Bono, I think this is typical luck. This is how my games have gone this week. This is just, yeah. I just couldn't... You can't turn down a Hanneman in that position. And maybe that's being too aggressive. Maybe that's something I should have just folded out of, but... Oh, that... I don't know. No worries, Aaron. We'll see. I mean, yeah, they could easily not have been though. Well, actually, we knew where Wadora was, so we knew it was fair. We knew it was trash, but. Yeah, I'm not doomed. It's just that was my big shot at trying to get back into the lead of this one. Important thing is to try not to tilt out on that, because I have definitely gone too hard chasing leads after things like that have happened. This is still fine. The problem, of course, now is that we're up against a double call. Probably not a Honitsu based on that. Could be something silly like a Chanter, but could even just be waiting on a South. Oh yeah, no, I'm not out, but the important thing is, and this is the problem that I've had a lot of this week, is that I'm now at risk of overplaying at this point. But hey, we'll see. Oh no, that's what I mean. I'm not gonna. I wouldn't have pushed with it if I didn't have the Hanneman. Here though. I've now got a problem. Oh no, I can go 3-4, I can probably play. I don't like going for 7 pairs, but there's no way I can toss the South against that. 5-so is possible, but not great. You played all the Manzu. If you want that, then well done to you. We can play South though. We'd rather not if we're going Chitoi, but we can play South. Also, fairly certain we can play the 5-so if we need to. So, we'll see. Got to be slightly alert of the possible Honitsu on the left. Two of those are gone. Yeah. Alright, so I don't think it's Chanter on this side, or if it is, it's a Chanter she's given up on and probably moved back to Toy Toy. Alright, two of those are gone, so we're not going to do South for that. I mean, Dora 2 makes the hand massively worth it if you keep it. That was the reason for keeping it until, while there was only 1 out. With 2 out, yeah, we're tossing. Alright, so... Hell weight on the 1, so... Versus that. Alright, hell weight it is. It's the only Sozu I've played, so I'm not going to take Tanyo in this position. I have 1,000 points. So there was the argument Tanyo versus the non-Tanyo with that. I could have decided the weight, because 5-So wasn't a good one. It's the only Sozu I would have played, would have been that 1 at that stage. Reaching with 1, probably not going to get any Sozu out of that weight. My job be trying to draw it anyway. I don't know. I felt my bods were slightly better with the 1, especially given that it was safe to 2 people. In case anybody was thinking on defensive, but who knows. Alright, South 2. Dealer turn next. Let's see what we can do to force that. Also, we're in 4th. Probably not worth the Tanyo attack, given I've got to stand and get rid of 3 tiles. Might be worth a Tanyo attack now that I've got rid of the white, but... Cheetoy is a possibility. Problem with the Cheetoy is that I've got a lot of awkward things in here, but we'll see. If we replace the 4s for edge or terminal tiles, I've also got rid of the 1s, which would be quite useful in a Cheetoy. I mean, if I draw it, but I think given certain discards that are out already, I'm not convinced that's going to be doable. Actually, it's only the 1. Yeah. Also, that's a Honitsu up top. Why did I do that? Oh well. Dama Tanyo only. Oh no, you got the Sanch Cube. Ah, that's annoying. I probably would have still played it in anyway in that one, but hey. Okay, so double Yakuhai as dealer. This is about as attacky as I can go with it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as I'm going to be able to incorporate any Dora here, unless... maybe. I have to get fortunate. I'm probably not going to stretch this to Honitsu, but at this stage, anything to just keep myself a dealer turn is probably worth it. Yeah, the value's a bit low. Yeah, we'll just out here. We'll have the possibility of an extra dragon for anything else going on. Right, 147. Preferably 4. Alright, repeat. That's not bad. We'll see. Quick attack from a leader. Greetings, how are we doing today? So, are they going for south only, or is that a full Honitsu? Possibly a full Honitsu, the way they're discarding at the moment. Alright, door 2. You can build something off of that, though. Hatsu safe. That was a good thing to work out now. Okay, one definite safe tile for the moment. One Suji. So 8 dot we could play for a safety tile if we needed to. South is fine. Alright. One hand to go, and we need a 5k hand to get out of... Actually, we're going to need more than a 5k hand. We're going to need a 6k hand to get out of last place. And something fairly ridiculous. Yeah, we need a Hanneman direct hit to get out of third. Yeah, no one. And also, with the last dealer being reasonably close to the lead, I don't think this is going to go on more than one game. So, how do we get ourselves a hand with this? Grab the 4, that gives me door 2, hope for a red 5 here, door 3, reach. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Sound HQ seems unlikely. Could potentially add Tanya without too much difficulty with this one. Extra 1,000 points on the board, Hipeko. So Riichi, Hipeko, Pinfu, Tanyo, Red Dora. Unlikely going to be able to incorporate that now. And at some stage, I'm going to play the White Dragon against this. Ah well, we had a plan. Didn't have a lot else we could do with that. And that'll be game. Alright. We're going to draw that up to number 18. Are we expert 2? We've just got about 10 points left. There we go, 9 points left. Alright, bottom of the barrel. We'll be expert 2 by next week. Alright, let's get back into the tournament mains then. Let's get some actual things started. Alright, we currently have trainers waiting. We have a Shadowhawk waiting. We also have a Prospero, and we are waiting on one more. And there's Mono. Alright, let's get another game going. Easy points from the Shadowhawk tonight. Easy points. Alright, no worries. Alright, Rise is in a little too late, and so if we can get a second game started up so Rise can actually play, feel free to join. We are more than happy to have multiple games going on at the same time. Alright, starting south. I have 2 door in the opening hand, but it's a bit of a clunky one. This one, although that's not a bad draw necessarily. South. Huh. I wasn't aware there was a timeout on it, but I guess there could be. Alright, door free. If you don't have a pair, I'd be tempted to go Toto with this, but... Alright, let's think about this. So we've got 1, 3, and 4 man. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Toto Forge-san is absolutely fine in this position. And if everybody else considers having watched my previous game and this being tilting, absolutely. Downside is, this is a really terrible hand to be doing this with. Okay, hold on. No, we're gonna fold out Morphs. Good news is we're showing Orbadora. He's got a low. Therefore his estimated value is quite low in that basis. But if I can, you know, scare people off, it's probably to my benefit. We can play Freed Out. Naked Weight, definitely a plan right now. That's definitely tilting though. There we go. Don't worry, Mono. It's fine. It's all part of the plan. The terrible, terrible plan that I've unfortunately had to put on myself. I'd have won if I'd gone the other way. Well, actually, I might have dealt him with 7. Nope, I would not have dealt him with 7. It's all good. Well, if nothing else, I seem to have the luck in. Because really, after that, I should have dealt in. Absolutely. No question about it, I should have dealt into Prospero with that hand. Could we get a sandwich out of this? Maybe. No. I'll say we're getting lucky. We keep discarding the wrong things. So we go Riichi Tanyo on the 6, or we can go for the 2-4 Pinfu. Well, it wouldn't be Pinfu. No, let's go with this. Let's go Dharma, and we'll see what happens. Because I could conceivably uplift the Sanchiki if we draw a 5. No. Alright, so that's me being punished for not reaching. Potentially full punish here. We'll see. Well, that's just unfortunate. Alright, so that's full punishment for not reaching early. Also some Mamagaishi. Dealing him with a reach tile. Oh, we had a really fast hand as well. And we're not the only one. I don't know why I'm calling for this. This really isn't at all worth calling with. Because unfortunately the other triplets are all in the middle. We just don't want Mono to have any draws. That's it. As long as Mono... we let Mono have a draw. That's a complete failure on our end. I'm going into another naked weight. I guarantee you I'm doing this the second time in... Well, how many hands? 3 hands? Oh boy. Well, at least I have 10 there. North Dora 1. The worth. The amount of worth. I know. We were reasonable. We were reasonable on that. Alright, Reach from Prospero against a triple call and a double call from Draconis. Seems good. I'll take a cheap win though, and extra 1,000 points because I badly need those. Alright, I'll grab my 3,000 points and move myself into third. We'll take it. We're still in a 30k game. We're not in any way in trouble at this point. Still very much possibilities for catch-up. Alright, pair of 5s. Go this way around for the moment. Alright, now we go for triplets again. Triplets, Dora free? Absolutely. That being said, if we can just draw 4-6 and then draw a 7, then we're probably there anyway. Even without necessarily going, you can go Toy Toy. One not safe against the Reach for the moment. Oh, this is all looking terrible. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to just 4's a really good tile for us, unfortunately. Anything we got that would definitely work against him. Alright, counter reach from Prospero. So at this point we might be cutting our 1-so's just because 3 tiles if they pass. It's also a CG to Draconis, but actually we've been given the 6 for the moment, so we'll go with that, at least to make the first one definite. And it's also in my name of not increasing value. If we're going to deal in, I'd rather deal in for a smaller value hand, and therefore not giving a Patsu is an easy way to ensure it's slightly lower value than it otherwise would be. That being said, knowing where at least 3 of the door are is useful because it means we know this isn't going to be too ridiculous. Reach Sumodora. Yeah, as I say, not too ridiculous. 4,000 points. Plus reach 6. One of which was hit. Prospero's anyway. So, not the end of the world with that. Start with 9 up. I mean, there is a dream, but there's only 4 of them. Only 5 of them. There is a dream, but... can't do anything with 7 up. Alright, step 1. Step 1, call a dragon. Step 2, does Mono have to play another dragon? No, not quite. Prospero's an awkward one, but let's look at it. Not interested in that. Well, that's 7. One more of them and we actually have it. Which would be kind of ridiculous and totally against my run of form right now, but you never know. Shosung and Tempai. Actually, no, we might want to Khan, so we're not going to turn the calls off. We could still potentially Khan the 2 dot. And in this position, we would open Khan. Well, we're given some help. Shosangan. Well, I guess we're back in the game. I'm surprised he dealt that, in all honesty, but my philosophy as always is they don't have it, and I guess that's what Draconis was trying to do there. Also, we have Dora tiles. Many, many Dora tiles. Big question is, can we call those without having the East? It's South round, so we should be the only person who needs them, but then they'll know that. Whereas the other question is, will they get played anyway? Nah, it's unfortunate. They never have it until they do. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, they never have it until they do. To be fair, I could have had it for something better, admittingly, but you know. At that position, I'll take a Mungan. Good draw. Alright, that puts us one up call away. Preferably for West, but we'll see. Nice. Yeah, I might as well try and force this. It doesn't look as if we're on Honitsu, so I doubt they're going to check for that, but... Well, I mean, it's still unlikely enough. There's a reason why Little Dragons is worth 4. We're clearly on a Sozu Honitsu, clearly. Yeah, West are going to be held. Most likely Mono's got a pair of them. Or they're still on the wall, I guess, but... Well, at this point, it's still good for a pair, so... Alright. Tricona Sumo. We'll lose slightly more points than that, but... It's cheap. Sumo only. Alright, still mostly a 30k game. 2k off of anybody just to take the lead. South 3, 2 to go. So the high in hand here is going to be Pinfu Sanshiju. Which actually we hit stage 1 for. 606 man, and we're in business. Just gotta get rid of my dragons. Alright, pair weight's not terrible, that helps us towards Tanyo. And honestly, Pinfu Sumo is enough to take the lead from here, so lose that. Well, Riichi Pinfu. Alright, 1469. That's annoying. Passed. If we didn't have a 9. Oh well. 1469. There we go. For the lead. Riichi Pinfu. I mean, maybe I should have waited. Maybe we could have gone for Sanshiju as well, but we don't need that for the lead. Not quite. Mono seems to be looking at safe tiles in my direction here. Tsubomagaishi will take the extra Yaku. That might... No, I didn't quite push the Mungan, but... True, but I could have waited. If If I'd have needed the points, it would have been fine. I didn't though. Besides which, Tsubamagashi. It's all good. And considering the optimal value for your hand is never a bad thing. The odds of it may be low, but sometimes you need to go for it. This wasn't one of those times. Tsubamagashi is dealing in on the Riichi. It's a local Yaku, which just applies because I have the local Yaku turned on. But basically, it's if you deal in a Riichi, it's worth 1 Yaku. Or rather, if the Riichi if there's nothing to play the Riichi on your winner, basically. More of a punishment than anything else. This actually is not a bad hand. The downside is, of course, we're probably going to have to get rid of the East anyway. Well, actually, I say we have to get rid of the East. They're actually not a bonus tile right now, are they? So. Tsubamagashi is also the epitome of cheating techniques, but that's a separate anime. Alright, Ipeiko. No, absolutely. It's still absolutely worth it. It's just something to be aware of, because usually on conventional tables, if you've got a risky tile at Tenpai, it's probably worth reaching for it. Take the maximum benefit of, if the tile goes through, you might as well get the maximum reward for doing it. It slightly punishes that, I guess, but it's still absolutely worth it. Nope, this is just with local Yaku on. I have local Yaku on for this tournament. It's typically not a thing in Standard, Seoul, or Tenho, or most other lobbies you play on. Alright, we'll take the silent Ipeiko only here. If we draw a 3 dot, we'll change it to the potential Sanjiku and we'll probably reach that. But for now, I'm happy with the 5 dot only. Okay. Oh, for a 10. But ultimately, even though it's for a 10, it's probably still a reasonable thing for us to do at this point. Although we are South 4. No, I didn't need to do this in any way, shape, or form. Oh well. Let's try for it anyway. Yeah, I've lowered the clear condition for Prosper. That's what I did with that. There. I said I'd do it, and then it happened, so I kind of forced myself into a mental situation where I had to do it. It is terrible though. This is a bad move, but if I pull off the Sanjiku, it'd be worth it. Maybe. Who knows? It wasn't worth it now. It's still 6 I can self-draw with 4 more draws left? 5 more draws left. Yeah, I can only win by Sumo. Don't. Well, alright, fine. Not much I can do about it in this situation anyway, but you know. Oh, is that. Nope. That was a long pause there. Alright, final draw. Not quite. 10 by it is. Yeah. It was a mistake, but if nothing else, it might have thrown Mono off. I've waited has happened, and that is the first game I have won in about 19 Hanshan now. So huzzah. Right. On for another game then. This time we're definitely making sure that Rise is in it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to sit out of this one. Oh, I am in matchmaking, so I can't keep it. Alright, so in about 300 seconds we're going to go with that. Yeah, thank you. I badly needed that. Badly needed that. I'm basically on 9 ranking points on Expert 3. 9. Oh dear. Oh well. It is what it is. And now we're just going to watch the other people have a game. I mean, last place Mahjong is difficult. I've played enough of that this week to attest to that. Now, if we do get enough people for a second table, I will start up from there. Otherwise, I'm just going to do random commentary on this game. Fun to see how good players play from time to time. Yes, although I don't know where I put the prize. Oh yeah. So basically, Tiles of Confusion is a thing I've done on YouTube for about 4 or 5 years now, and it is literally just play a game. I put a sticky note on here. There is a trophy. It is a very small trophy. It will never leave my side. It is worthless. But your name gets added to the sticky note of doom. That is the stakes that we are playing for in this silly little tournament. In game? No, absolutely none. I think the game may also have... Let me just climb the tables. All hell the sticky note. Unfortunately, the sticky note has started fading because unfortunately I put it in the sun stupidly. So Viking's name is almost being faded off at the top. I mean, you're still playing as players, which is ultimately the key they have for most of their in-game grind stuff. At least in all the sort of event day stuff or whatever else. As long as you're playing as actual people, they don't mind too much. They might have rules about multiple IP addresses. I actually don't know about this. It would be nice to have a reward. But I'd have to fund it myself, and I can't afford the bits that Kyril gives out for his. Yeah, and in all honesty, I'm still working off the free Jade that I was given when they had the massive server issues about 6 months ago, I think. I've got enough Jade to actually last us the end of the year. But not if you don't want to, ultimately. I've unlocked one character, and that's purely because after about most of the year I got enough bits to actually do that. I'm now just working on another character for the sake of it. But ultimately, it doesn't really affect anything, except that you have a slightly less annoying voice half the time. Which is why they made one of the 2 starting voices as annoying as possible. At least that's the reasoning I'm giving. Anyway, what I was doing just before I was distracted was I was going to actually update the darn leaderboard. The only thing I do have to do with this, because unfortunately the threshold's slightly lower, I have to manually adjust the number of wins these days. Right, so I'm up to 7 wins. That was a tournament log. Where are we? 25-9 victory. 29.5. Crossrow gets 12. Where are you? There we are. 2. Mono loses 4-6. And Draconis minus 37.10. Okay, so don't think that's changed a lot. I think I've re-overtaken Starfall, but I'm still a fair bit behind. I'm still about 10 points behind Mono and about 25 below Kyril at this point. Anyway. Alright, so we're going to follow the dealer and we're going to keep our hands up. We're not going to have any specific information here. So we're going to follow Rise for while he is dealer, then we'll just move on around the table as we go. So, let's see what Rise can do from here. Seems like an okay-ish hand. Could go for a potential Tanyo attack, depending on how he's feeling. Doesn't have any Dora, unfortunately, which is what I'd normally want if I'm doing Tanyo. But oh yeah, sure. I mean, I've got about 8 characters at the moment, which is kind of silly and ridiculous in many ways, but I didn't pay anything. Well, I paid a little bit, but not enough to justify 8 characters, I don't think. We'll see. Okay, Cunning is. So probably is looking at just Tanya Pinfu now. But not going for an open one at this point. They do. Also, YouTube has told me that I'm streaming, so huzzah! We're at that phase of the stream again. All right, got a couple of pairs here, so he's looking quite good for Tanyo at this stage. Ishanten. Waiting on a 3 or a 5 or an... Actually, it doesn't quite give him it, does it? No. We're on Shanten then. Alright, Reach from Draconis. Probably looking at something in the Manzu area, most likely, based on his current low discards in that area, but hey, we'll see what... Oh no, completely wrong. It was a 1-dot. So, Riichi Patsu and... Yeah, Riichi Patsu Dora, red 5. Okay. So, Mono takes a Mungan hit, which is unfortunate. Given that I'm 10 points behind Mono and therefore likely to overtake at the end of this if things remain as they do. However, we have moved on, so Draconis is now a person we're going to be following. True, you do. You basically have to trade in extra gifts, and you get various gifts as we do various events. Okay, is Draconis going to be considering the Sanchikyu here? Typically once a month, actually, depending on how they're feeling about it. I don't know how long this one's currently been lasting, but I know it's going to end this weekend. Okay, has the possible reach here. Decides to go Dharma for the moment. Probably looking to see if he can upgrade this to Sanchikyu at this point. No, we're still on the board game, aren't we? Or is that ended just now? Because I'd literally got to the ninth repeat at this point. I'd have to go back and check. So reaching on the 8, which is a Suji. 1 played. Well, it was still going when I was doing it this morning, so yeah. I'm just annoyed. I'm basically 1 rotation away, one set of 9 dice, and I can do it. But I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do it because of when it expires. No. On it is. So it is cheap. but it's a repeat. 2400. With 2 concealed triplets there. So Draconis picks up a bunch more points. Alright, what are we looking at for this round then? A number of potentially loose tiles. But if we can get lucky with someone with finishing up the closed weights on those sides, then we'll see. Cut the 1-2 next, see if you can hopefully get something around there. Go for a quick pin food. Prospero's up to something. Alright, Yak and high pair for the dealer. They do use American dates, this is true. They like their Americas. Yep, absolutely. 580 is definitely not the fifth. Oh dear. I've had many conversation with various Americans about the fact that their dates are not in order. And of course, there's the Dave Gorman sketch about him getting a tattoo with the wrong date, with his wrong birthday on his arm. Yeah, it's fine. There'll be others. I'm just slightly annoyed because I narrowly missed out getting the top rewards. Bingo. I finished second, ultimately. It went a bit mad, but yeah, we basically were out by the time of the first one. Oh, you're talking about a different tournament. Fair enough. I thought you meant Kairos on Sunday. Nah, fair enough. I wasn't aware there was a Tenho thing, so I haven't. Well, that gets Draconis to 10 by, winning on the 3-6. Causes Mono to once again throw his tiles up in the air. I feel Mono has inherited my luck this week. I probably did. I mean, in all honesty, with me working, I've worked the occasional weekend at this point, so I am probably not in the best. I am definitely not in the mood for playing competitive right now. And Rise has given 1,000 points to Draconis. Dragon Dora for 3,000 plus the reach stick. Well, I mean, this is it. I could potentially go to stay up and do it, but yeah. As much as the automatic Mahjong table is on the bucket list of things to eventually pick up, and it was a reasonable excuse to have a go for it, yeah, given that also that table would only been given out as a prize if they got 1,000 players. Currently, I'm struggling to get 1 win out of 5, so trying to get 5 wins out of 5 for even a remote chance at it seems a little unlikely. Sort of staying up, going on tilt, going mad, and yeah. I think we'll give that one a miss. Well, Draconis is pulling away reasonable hand after reasonable hand after reasonable hand here. And this might ultimately be a battle for second. Although, that's a quick attack from Mono. Middle tail, middle tail. Well, we'll see. Safe tile definitely for the start, and then see what you can do. My usual planning as early reaches is to try and play the normal game, but play safe where you can. Because ultimately, most of the time it's going to be low. We should stop cheering for Draconis. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the hand's more likely to be low value, so as long as you, I don't know, try and discard around what little information you have at the start, racing it's sometimes better. Ultimately, it's a 2,000 point hand. Well, 26. And every so often it'll be a Hanneman or Byman out of nowhere. But, you know, those are a rarity. Also, we have a new dealer, so bye-bye. Alright, Prospero then. Who has actually a good hand. If he pairs up the Red Dragon, this is an amazing hand. Well, will he risk the dragon on turn 3, or will he try and hold off for one turn, see if he can get the pair of it? Yep. Holds off a turn, see if he can get one last shot at getting a pair. If he does get the pair, he's going to have to discard probably the 6. 6 man over the 3 dots. Although admittedly they're both about the same in terms of likelihood of... Oh, there we go. So 6 man or 3 dots. What do you feel? What do you fancy? Goes for the 3 dots. I suppose he does see one dot, so it's marginally safer. So you shunt in. Another pair established. There's a couple of 2s. The 3 should be okay, as long as he's not enabling Mono to do anything. Mono seems to just be going for a standard tan pin. So 5/8, so Red Dragon, 7 man, 9 man. For, actually, no, not 9 man wouldn't be enough. 6 man would be fine. Alright, there he goes. So does he go for the Ipeco or does he go for the Dragon Weight? Almost certainly Dragon Weight here, do you think? But he has options. Goes for the Ipeco weight. So this is going to be Riichi, Peiko, Dora 3. Which would be a sumo for Hanneman, which actually would be enough to just about overhaul Draconis as well. Okay, fine. Prospero takes the lead. $18,006 of those are from Draconis, so therefore there is a 5k change of position. Yeah, I mean, if he was considering what would take the lead, then 7 was correct. I probably would have still preferred to take the pair, with, including the dragon, but I think at that point it would have been same value. You'd got Dragon Adora. I don't know. I think with that, you're waiting on the other pair anyway, which he would have had a Suji Trap on with all the frees and 9s he played. But got the Ipeco, so he made the right call. I probably would have gone the Dragon 6, though. So now he has lead. What can he do to secure it? And what can Mono and Rise do to try and get back into this game? Because at the minute, the game is definitely favouring Mr. Prospero here. Just have a quick check on things. Oh, Mono with a Silent Wait, which was 7 pairs only, 1600. I don't know if he was waiting for a better weight on the 5 or whether he was just determined to get something to try and help him out, but that feels like a bit of a waste, unfortunately. Still, any win to become dealer is usually worth it, so... Alright, what can Mono do from here? Outside chance for Sanchikyu, I suppose? Chanta Sanchikyu is also a thing he could be going for. And Mono does occasionally like to go for it. Shame it's not the South round yet. Okay, Ishanten. And has drawn Dora, which doesn't help him an awful lot at this point. Will he try and keep it, or will he... Goes for keeping it for the moment, which makes sense. Again, I could go and open people's hands up and find out whether that's definitely the good move or not, but I feel this is a better way to consider. Because we basically know all the information that they have available at this point. South jettisoned, and good day, sir. How are we doing? If we do have 4 people for another game, I am more than happy to go and queue up for that, but we'll see. Nice. You'll be off the silver tables and onto some actual reasonable players later. I'm on the descent, in all honesty. I've hit expert 3 and have since gone down. But we'll weather that out later. Alright, double Dora. That's a good draw. So Mono's now Ishanten for Riichi double Dora, if nothing else. Fortunately, having to toss the Red Dragon first means you've obviously freed up Prospero and anybody else who was holding on to single ones. No, holds off for now. So 5 more draws for Mono to hit 10 by, which he needs to do. Well, we're about to find out whether he does need to do it or not. North's fine, 3 of them are out at that stage. Well, 2 of them are out at that stage, he has the 3rd. Oh, decision time. I don't think you can afford to fold this, but 9 probably makes sense. He's only got 2 more draws to do it, but unfortunately, there's a win for Prospero. On the pair weight for Riichi, Sumo, Dora only. But enough to secure his lead. Now has almost a Mungan in hand to Draconis. In fact, no, does have a Mungan in hand to Draconis, sorry. And also, we should be following the dealers. There we go. So, Rise's dealer turn, and that looks like a reasonable hand for a potential comeback. Dragon Dora triplets. It's messy, it's desperate, but if you can get the calls early enough as dealer... So he might be able to get that one, and then he's obviously going to have to try and find something else to string together here. Good news is, at least, if he's got the dragons, he can call anything that comes up later, but... But I think he's currently focusing definitely on the triplets, which, again, makes sense. Well, he's certainly going to do it now. He's got 5 pairs, and the 2 and 1 are more likely to be able to be called than the other 2. So if nothing else, that'll put him 10 pi on the 4-8. However, the current leader is determined to try and close the game out quickly, so they're not going to wait. Ishanten for Toy Toy Dragon Dora 2. And it's definitely conceivable that 2-man could come out of somebody. Okay, well that gives him 10 pi on the 3-man. So he's got a potential winner, but obviously he'll probably go for the upgrade if he gets the chance to call. But taking it as is, Dragon Dora 2 would be perfectly fine for a dealer repeat. Especially if he hits the player currently in the lead with it. Oh, Rise, what are you doing? That's the dealer repeat and points off the current leader. I think this is greed. You should have taken the win. That might not happen again. I mean, this is a good shape with that kind of scenario in mind. I mean, Freehan is fine. He's got to take it now. Oh, I feel you'd have been better placed taking the points off the leader. Yeah, 78. Bring the leader back into range. I mean... But it's fine, he got his repeat at least, so he wasn't entirely punished for that. And another quick Yakuhai attack, potentially. Which is exactly what Prospero is going to try and do. And eventually, Mono will have a turn. So, Dragon Dora. It's probably not going to be able to get for Toy Toy. Dragonus with a call. And since it's a sequential call with no dots being played, he's probably not quite Tenpai yet, but I'd imagine that's Tanya to just try and force himself as dealer to get a shot at attacking Prospero. So, he's E-Shanton at worst. Alright, Kandora on the table. Alright, Tenpai for Rise, 5-8. Alright, now we put Draconus in Tenpai. Downside for Rise is the 5-6-7s have now all become definitely dangerous tiles in Manzi, so he's relying solely on that 8-man if it's coming from anywhere else. And also, it's highly likely if Dragonus is calling that kind of sequence that he's already got the 5s. Alright, Sumo for a Rise anyway. Alright, Dragon 5 for 48. So he's dragging it in, but he'd be so much better placed if he just has taken the points off of Prospero at the start. 10,000 points. So, Dealer Mungan for the lead for Rise. Yeah, it's looking good. Cut the 9-8, gets draw sign connected to the 5 dot. Reach Tanyo Pinfu. Hope for Adora somewhere. No, for Adora. That would be enough. Nah, it's fine. Just don't overplay and don't play on tilt and don't play angry. Those are the 3 things I can tell you from my descent. Other than that, we'll see. It'll happen. Ultimately, the more games you play, the more likely you are to make it up there anyway, just in terms of practice experience and, you know, all of that good stuff. Am I switching to just Tanyo then? Oh, I suppose it could still be Tanpin, but... Well... I don't think you'd entirely blame it on Final Fantasy XIV, because I have never played Final Fantasy XIV and might have been terrible this week. Alright, Rai's going for the open Tanya to try and force the hand. So Ishanten for Tanya. But he's allowed Draconis and Prospero to get themselves into probably Tenpai from those calls. Triplet of 7, toss 4. Absolutely. One of my favourite things to come out of the competitive Mahjong thing was I hit the #1 seed with a direct Mungan that would have... If I'd have actually hit one Ura, I'd have been Hanneman and I'd have actually won that hand off of his deal. He'd have gone to last, but it was only Mungan. I still completely failed in the second Hanchan, but that was an experience. Yeah, I don't think he got salty about it at all. Or if he did, I didn't notice it in the chat, but... Well, time and effort and energy, and Rise is on a bit of a rampage here, although he's not got a lot of value out of this one. 1500 plus 2 repeats, so yeah. Up to second, a free Han hand will be enough now to get him into the lead, I think, as dealer. Well, this is why I'm only following the person. I'm only following the dealer, and I'm keeping information hidden. Go, Mono! It's fine. Mono's last dealer. He's got this. He's absolutely got this. There's no chance of him not having this at the end. Absolutely. Rise's hand is this is the worst hand Rise has had since his dealer turn began, although it is getting there. That is a bit of a stall, though. Draconis with an early reach. And with a 3 pin and 2, so they're going to be awkward to get rid of. I think it's fine, Rise. I don't think your other 2 discard options there, I don't think either of them are good. Certainly you'll do them if you have to, but I think 3 dot and Tiso are risky against him. Well, 3 dot not anymore, but you know. Prospero played 2 risky tiles against this Reach, so I imagine Prospero is kind of there. Okay, it was. Reach 135, and 3900, and that ends Rise's dealer rampage. And ends are following him from his perspective. Draconis back up to second, 3000 off the lead. Right, let's see what he's got. He's got some carnage. He should be happy with this. Well, potential carnage. He doesn't have carnage yet. And that too probably means he's not going to do it, unfortunately. In all honesty, the hand isn't great. But if everybody else has a slow hand, he can get there. He does only need a 2-hand hand to get the lead, really. Meanwhile, Mono is clearly building up to something up top. We hope. I mean, clearly all part of the plan. Clearly all part of the plan, Mono. Don't worry, don't worry. Getting rid of selves, all part of the plan. So he can block. He's no, okay, no. I was about to say he's 1/3 of the way to the Nageshi, but that's ended. But, I mean, Tanfin's going to be fine for Mono at this point. Just anything to try and get him into that dealer position right now. It's now just got a full set of Souths. Second Dora for Draconis, who is on the Nageshi plan at the moment. Or rather, the I will have a Tan pin. So 5-7 or the 8-6. Goes for the 2 instead. I guess he's still got the 4-5 irregular weight potentially there. So I'm going to keep the 6-8. I'm wondering. Well, I mean, might be considering Prospero a little more, but. I mean, Prospero hasn't played any kind of dots except that early 1, so I'm not sure the 2-3 is that much safer than the 6, than the 8 at least in this position. Still, potential Sanshku. If he draws the 4, cuts a free man, he heads on Sanshku, Tanyo, Dora. Well, no Dora, but. But 3, 6, and whatever his other pair weight is. Alright, Reach from Rise. So we can call for Tenpai. Does go for the Sanshku. So Tanya Sanshku. Open though, so it's only 2 harm. Reach from Mono. Go on, Dragonis, you can calm this. I believe in you. You can help Mono out of it. Our Lord and Savior needs help. Ah. Tanya Sanshku. Plus a couple of reach sticks as well. And Draconis takes the lead. South 2, first repeat, and has Yakuhai. He's a bit more of a gap in order to pass the turn on safely, but this could potentially lead him there. Alright, Mono with the dragon. And unfortunately has given Draconis dragon if he wants it, although his hand's a bit... Okay, goes for it anyway. About to say, his hand's a little far away from anything, but equally, he's the dealer. It probably makes sense to put some pressure on. Alright, 2 Dora in his hand now. Well, it's a long shot possible Itsu, but ideally that's where his current weights are, so... So 3.7 up for Tenpai. One of those being the door indicator doesn't help, but... Okay, Tenpai. Waiting on the door indicator. Itsu Dragon. Alright, Draconis' luck is in. We know who's stolen the jam at this point, so Dragon Itsu Dora 2. 2-1 reasonable. Your timing is amazing, sir. Your timing is absolutely amazing. Also, do I have a delay on this stream? I'm just wondering because comments seem to be coming in slightly out of this. This is unreasonable. Yeah, I was saying that. It was a possible Itsu, but it was an unreasonable one given everything. Still, that's Draconis with now more than enough points to secure the lead, so he can now try and pass for dealership if he wants to. Tell 10 seconds. Okay, I was just time to check on that one. But yeah, that was a thing. In all honesty, he didn't have a lot of other ways his hand could have gone, but getting 2 edge weights in a row was, yeah, ridiculous. And this is a good hand as well. This is 10% luck, 90% skill. Absolutely. To be fair, Draconis put himself in the position to allow himself to win with that hand. So it's not entirely he got lucky, but... well... yeah, I mean... he had edge weights on both sides. It wasn't as if he could do a lot with that, other than wait for pairs. There was an argument he probably should have cut the 9-man that he had, because then he would have gone for the half flush, which would have allowed him to accept more tiles that way, but decided again to go for the Itsu, which, yeah, fair. So, Ishanten now. Well, I'm sorry, Ishanten now. And has the dragon already, so this is it's looking bad here. He could just now go for a targeted mono attack, which probably makes sense for him to do. He has 2 Han. Hon just cost for 9 and just see if he can get the win. Big question is, will Draconis just pass wins here if he can't get it off mono? Because it might be worth it doing it. He'll take the win off Prospero, I think, but he might pass wins on Rise. We'll see. Sumo definitely takes it, wins in the game though. But this is the kind of situation where you don't have auto win on, usually. Doesn't want to Khan because putting points on the board does not benefit you in this position. He's still drawing relatively safe to the Riichi as well, which is useful. Yay! Mono's still in the game! It's actually a good hand. Alright, Mungan for our Lord and Saviour. Alright, that's 10,000. He just needs another 30,000 and he can come back for the win. Meanwhile, we're going to move over to Prospero. So, dealer turn for Prospero has Yakuhai, has a couple of nice pairs. This is actually a good starting hand. He needs a lot. He needs a bit of value though. He Mungan Sumo would be enough to overhaul him at this point. But we'll see how he builds for this. Draconis just instantly goes for Riichi. Okay. Well, Draconis wants this game over. I wouldn't be surprised if that's just a Riichi only hand. I'm tempted to go back and look, but... but unfortunately it now forces everybody else to play around that. Which might just buy him enough time to finish whatever he's got. Perhaps there's an outside chance of doing the Sanshiki here, and the 5 dot would be safe, but... Hi, man. How are we doing? Decides to risk the Suji 8s first, which makes sense. He's got one too many pairs. Rice decides to Khan into the Reach. He's in basically last place, so I'm absolutely... 5-minute delay is kicked in. Alright, second potential Sanchiku now for Prospero. In fact, he can just go for a cold Sanchiku at this point if he wants it. Oh dear. See, that's my brother's intellectual game of choice. Mahjong and beer! Huzzah! Alright, decision time for Prospero here. Neither the East nor the White is definitely safe against this. Plays the East out because it's less likely to be dangerous. Okay, so he's got Reach, Sanchiku, Dora... Well, he's got Sanchiku, Dora, Dora. Goes for the Reach. Mono is definitely on something. He's risking a White Dragon for that. How many 4s are left? 3 by the look of it. Counter Reach from Mono. Alright, Rise has got Tanyo something. This is going to end in disaster for somebody, and I have no idea who. Rise is the only one who's got any decisions to make here. Everybody else is on autopilot, which does... Has he got it? One is pausing. He's got it. Surely. You can't showboat. Stop showboating and take your sumo. We all know you're going to win. Got it. So that's South... Double South, actually, isn't it? Yeah. Reach, Sumo, Double South, Dora. Mangan. Alright, so that puts Mono in the good shout at second. Needs a bit of luck to get to first, but you never know. Could happen. Alright. Let's see Kyrol's chosen champion, who of course was the chosen champion since the start, come back to win. You do have flow granting powers tonight. The favour of Kyrol is going to be the currency in this new world. Also, the game is still going on, and we are on a 5-minute official delay because obviously watching this, so... So that's looking good for Mono's potential comeback here. And while that's quite good, it's not very valuable. So this is looking like it's just going to be a quick pinfu. Dora 1, Dora 2 maybe, if he's lucky. Go to his first, cheer for Rise. Well, why wouldn't you cheer for Prospero? Go on. You know. That seems incredibly unfair. Alright, he's going to cancel this out, try and get the Tanyo as well. So, Tampin Dora as dealer. If you can luck into another Han or another Dora at some point, that would be a direct hit, would be enough if he could pull that off. Mono also is on 4 pairs. I don't know whether he's considering the Chitoitsu plan, but probably not, given that he dropped the full pair of 1s. So he's probably just looking at Tanyo and hoping. Tanyo Choisoi Dora would be Mangan, so if he hit Draconis with that, that would be enough. Problem is, most of his pairs are middle, so he's not going to be calling that for Toy Toy. He's going to have to rely on drawing them. Yeah, that helps him towards Pinfu. There we go. Prosperity Falcon does not require my cheering. You might be right there. You might be right there. True enough, true enough. Also, Rise is determined to put Khans on the board, which in this case is helping the dealer. So, Tanya pin through door 2. Chance for Sanchiku as well. GG. Alright, well, we'll just go and review the end of this. Oh, don't say oh well, Mono. We believe in your definite future, which definitely hasn't been decided already. I know. Your powers have failed us, Skyrel. Alright, Rise with a potential Chinitsu Tenpai. Going brave. I mean, we did notice occasional emotes from you that suggested you weren't entirely happy with the way the situation had gone out so far. Chinitsu Toy Toy Tenpai for Rise, maybe? Alright, last draw coming up. Gotta call this for Tenpai, surely. Alright, and we go again. Rise being cheeky. I don't think the situation changes too much. I think Mono still needs basically a Mungan direct hit to take the win. At least take the win in one shot. And looks like Prospero is going to make an attempt to just secure second. Alright, people have queued up. I'm going to join the next game. Obviously, I just can't join while I'm watching this, so I do want to see the end of this. Okay, door 2. So that helps Mono onto his Mungan he needs. I mean, we know it's doomed, but, you know, we're still going to assume it's not. Alright, no worries, Rise. As I will join the game that's currently being queued up, but... Alright, double call from Prospero. Ah, it's fine. That's entirely why I'm here, for soul-crushing disappointment. And also to nosedive down rankings, whether they be the proper Tenho ones or anything else. And there we go, that is game. So Hatsu only, Prospero secures second place, GG. Draconis then with the win. So fourth and a win for Draconis today. Right, let's get preparing for the match. So currently it is just myself, Prospero and Mono waiting up. We need one more ideally. We had 13 last week. What happened to them? Alright, no worries. Well, indeed. I mean, Rise did lose, and he's a Mahjong Soul, and he finished 4th, so I think he considers that Mahjong Soul crushing. Hello, Sif. How are we doing? I didn't watch all the games. I was basically only following the dealers just because I wanted that seemed like a better way to do commentary. Just follow the dealer's position and just comment with people's hands concealed, rather than gaining the unfair advantage and just being a bit more omnipotent about things. No, true. I mean, it was a great comeback. Honestly, it's disappointing you didn't get the full finish on that. Actually, let's just while I am here, I'm going to update the scoreboard for that game. So Draconis got a 29.3. Prospero gets a 5.9. Where he is on the board. 5.9. Mono minus 8.4. And Rise, where are we? Okay, so current positions then. I haven't updated the actual location, but so for actual scoreboard purposes, Mono is 1.7 points ahead of me. Also, we have 5 online, so Mild is going to join us. Let's then get started. So really, all I need to do to end up in second is to outrank Mono somewhere. Let's see. I mean, we have had worse starts. Give an off for a turn or two, just see if we can actually make something of it. But triplet of an alien wind. Fun. Okay, reach from Mono. Thankfully we got the first tile to get rid of it easily, and then we'll see what we want to do after that. Or should we discard this again? That's it, we have a ton of safe tiles against him if we need them, and apparently we did. Riichi Dora. Mono is stealing from my playbook now. I mean, it's probably a bit silly to claim the possible Itsu as entirely mine, but you know. Alright, good start for the dealer then. He's using my power for evil. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, he's using that power for evil. Alright, gotta be slightly aware of Prospero on a potential Honitsu, which is a shame because I'd like to get rid of this now. Suji. So given that for the moment I'm probably stuck with a white dragon until such time as somebody can prove it's safe. Given that, I don't really have a lot to go for with this. Fair enough. That seems like a sensible reason to go and support somebody. How much do I run? Yeah, I think we 2 calls. I have to be somewhat aware of what Prospero is doing. It was a 4 dot immediately after that second call as well, so it was from that 4 for 5. It's the only dot they have played. I've got a feeling they've got the Honitsu. This doesn't feel like a chart only hand. Good news is, Mom has played the white dragon for me, so. Okay, it is a Shah only hand. The good news about that is then, at best, it's going to be Shadow of 2, Shadow of 3, that kind of level. So I'm not going to worry about it for the moment. Well, it was still a possible Honitsu, that was definitely more of a threat, but. Hatsu's live. That's the other possibility. It could be a second Yakuhai, which explained the early call in the first one. Alright, so at most he's got 2 Dora. So Shah Dora 2. Non-dealer. I think I can attack this, although admittingly I'm still quite a way away from Tenpai myself. And the dealer call late is far more definite in terms of what I need to worry about. That being said, until a green dragon comes along, we're not really getting anywhere with any of these hands at this point. Ooh, okay. Right, one has to be in Tenpai with that. 58. Alright, no worries, Carol. Thanks for joining us. Alright, double Yakuhai and Dora. But we need the mono off his dealer turn now. Right. Well, I think the idea of get this guy off his dealer turn has started. We'll see. Can't do anything with one man. Double Yakuhai it is. Fortunately, the rest of the hand is a bit all over the place. This isn't the best way, or where I want to be with 2 cores. The extra 8 helps. Alright, so 3-6 Manzu, 4 Manzu. There's plenty that helps us, but. But importantly, mono with an early call probably isn't that far away from Tenpai either, so something to be aware of. Alright, Tenpai waiting on the 6. So double Yakai Dora. Which I'm hoping is going to force mono into folding. At least long enough for me to draw a 6. Prospero is still playing 5 so I imagine Prospero is still on. Mono seems to be playing safe against me. Mill doesn't. Yeah, I can dodge that for safety. It's his wind. If it wasn't his wind, I'd be inclined to play this anyway. Let's watch the Shadowhawk go full tilt. That was a close 3, and he did have the Wests. Ah, well. I guess that means I could have played on and kept that and gone, which is unfortunate, but no way to know that. That, however, is going to be the end of the game, so I'm going to finish third -5 with absolutely nothing changing in my situation. So given that that was a quick one, I guess I'm going to prepare for another one. Well, my tilting did. Alright, so the 3 of us are back. I'm happy to do one more given how short that was, so if people do want to have another do want to join us, that's fine. Who is this who's just joined us? It's me. Okay, it's Sif. Fine. I normally have all the Japanese characters written down somewhere, but I will, as long as I know that's you, that's fine. Okay, Sif is joining us for round 4. Let's see if I can go into my 4th naked weight of the stream. Possibility of calling that for nonsense, but I think we're going to hold off. Okay. So each turn, if we can pair up either of these, we've at least got a reach on the first line, which is always good. So Shah, one so. Preferably one so, but I don't think it makes that much difference because we're not pinned to anyway. Well, you say that. Sometimes these things happen. Okay, so that helps us on the pin through route. We can actually discard a 1 and go that way around if we wanted to. Mono calls an alien win, so looking at half flush in some direction from that. Alright, Riichi, Ipeco, Pinfu, Dora. This is as good a start as I could hope for, really. On a 2-5. 1-2 has already been played as of last turn. Not given a lot of information about it. And Mono is determined to attack. But has killed my Ipatsu. Prospero, however, is dealt in. Riichi, Pinfu, Ipeco, Dora. 77. And I will take that for a start. Alright, so 2 Dora in the opening hand. So the real question is, do we want to think about going for something silly with Toy Toy or pairs? Probably not offhand, though it probably means we should be cutting these 9s. If we do draw a 9, we're probably going to go to try and get 7 pairs, see if we can work something out with that. But we have already dropped one of them. Alright, there we go. 7 pairs, Dora 4. Seems kind of silly. So we're going to have a go at this. This feels like jam. I'm going to follow the 9 up. So none of the 4s have been played, none of those have been played, none of the 8s have been played. So we've maximised our chances of getting the 7th pair, the 6th pair rather. Okay. If we actually pull off the tempi for this, this is kind of stupid. Oh, somebody called that. Okay. Hopefully that's a sequence from Prospero, but if that's a triplet from somebody, then this is a dead weight. Which is going to be seriously considered when we get around to deciding what weight we want to actually be on with this. Well, that determines that. We're not going to be on this. This also would have been for a 10, but yeah. 2 drop pairs. Also, unless he gives us the all clear, we can't play either of those against him. Four is double CG, so we'll go with that. It does. Basically, this is because if somebody can call, there will always be a delay, and they add those in occasionally to try and mask whether it's definitely somebody can call or not. It used to be the case that this wasn't on, and therefore it was definitely obvious somebody could call on the tile you just discarded. The time is always consistent, though, so you can always kind of judge it based on that. But this is why you'll occasionally press the C button on the left, because that means you will not be calling tiles regardless, and therefore it will try and skip you. Sometimes that's beneficial. Okay. So, mono, strong position. We just hit dealer turn though, so let's see what we can do here. 1 Dora, one sequence, couple of good weights here, and that's a good draw. Why not? Might as well keep the double for the moment. It can be, but this is why you press this to stop calls happening. I'm not going to do it right now because... Actually, I don't know why I'm not doing it right now. Because I'm probably not going to call anything that happens unless I draw another one of either of these. Probably more this than that, in all honesty. Alright, South Call from Sith. Oh, there's a second call from Sith, that's interesting. Khan! Okay. Well, I hit double Dora with that, so I'm reasonably happy. And that causes a reach from Mono. One so for a pursuit. Come on, 2-5 dot. 2-5-8. I don't like a long pause here. I know you've just... Okay, fine. So 5-7-8. Pinfu. Alright, for 1,000 sticks at... For 1,000 points at Mono. Oh, he hit the double over as well. In fairness, it was a good enough weight, and we were dealer, so we had to push for that. Okay, so Mono with about 6,000 points on us. Into East 4. If nothing else, this will undo the last game that we just played. I don't think Mono's that scary. Mono's definitely a good player. He just has the bit between his teeth right now after a couple of bad games that he played before he played you. And now apparently he's gone on a great jam heist and is stealing all of the luck. But yeah, either a forced Honitsu or he has a bonus tile. Meaning, unfortunately, we're probably not going to be able to play this East until somebody else proves it's safe. Alright, I feel that carning from the lead from Mono is a bit greedy. We might have to try and punish him for that in a bit. Suji's not a definite thing, though. Alright, so he's on South Dora. Probably that only. He's played 2 9s early and late, so I don't think he wants the 8. Definitely doesn't want that. Downside for us is White Dragon and 5 dot are definitely dodgy to discard against him at this point. He called that 9-8-7 before. We probably already had the South set. So if it's South only, he doesn't have much. We can play the 2 because we know that's going to be safe. That's unfortunately given Sif a chance here. So Mono might be punished in a moment. We'll see. In our case, we've got to try and avoid dealing into people unnecessarily here. We've got East for the moment. So our best case scenario is that Mono deals into one of these two. Flow's a bit of a weird thing. It's also not a thing you should put your trust in particularly. And that was played just before the reach. We're going to dodge. Our best scenario is still that Mono deals into the other two. With a very least provides us with enough safe tiles that we can keep doing this. If he's alive. Yeah, true. It is. Jam flow is definitely a thing that can occur. We are running out of safe tiles ourselves at this point here. I don't really want to play the 7-man. The 8 is a bit dodgy against Sith, based on our last few discards, but it is a CG, I guess. Thankfully, we keep drawing safe tiles. 4 more to go. There we go. I actually had him on a low Manzu, but 7 seems fine. It's free. Yep. Hit 2 Uridur as well. That puts us into the lead, I think. Yep, that puts us into the lead. So, ideal result has happened, and that is what happens when you start overcalling. People can sneak around you. We have hit a pair of Easts in the South round. Huzzah! I don't know if you want to go for something silly or not here, but we're up against a double call from Sith. This probably isn't the time for silliness. Could just be Tanyo, Toy Toy, could be anything at this point, but we'll see. We can go Toy Toy counter ourselves. Hope that the 9's safe with the triplet of 8's gone. But we'd have to pair the other one up whichever way we went with this, I think. Alright, let's start the nonsense. Dora. Alright, no Yaku, T5 weight. Which effectively is a 5 weight. Calling probably means they're going for something. Whether there or one away is a question mark. But 2 are safe against both of us. We've had all 3 players, as it turns out. So we need to drag and swap this and go into a 2-5 that way. Or pair up the 3-4 and hope the other one passes. As it happens, we're going to do that. Is risky against Sith, but it passes. So we're in a 5-man wait. 4 of those left. Thanks for the 1,000 points. Hatsu Red 5. To Wendy 700 plus the 1,000 from Prospero. Sometimes you get lucky. That was more luck than judgment, honestly. And hoping that we'd mask our weight a bit better. Oh boy, that's a nonsense hand. Okay. Yeah, that was probably one we didn't need to take, but it worked, so... Honestly, it was probably entirely a mistake to risk that 6 against Sif. Yeah. We'll play safety for the first one, and then we'll see what happens. Beyond this, we're just not giving value to the dealer if we can, and just playing safe if we can, but we're going to play our own game. Fastest way to deal with this is probably to just play a game here. He's sumoed. Yeah. Alright, Riichi and Tanyo? Nope. Riichi, sumo, red 5. 6,000 points, which helps Prospero get into range of both me and Mono, but that we'll see. We had a bad hand anyway, so we're not too upset at losing the chance to go for something long range. I should be okay with a north reset here if this came up. Yeah. Either Sif doesn't want to, or Sif didn't care. We'll find out if she discards north next. If she does discard north next, she probably has a good hand. Fair enough. East does not a lot for us here. So gap is currently 77 and 68, so we're not in safe range at this point. We'd like to have an 8,000 gap for Mungan, but overall this is looking okay. We can probably get to a quick Pinfu hand from this. Pinfu Dora 1, force ourselves into the dealer position, see what we can do with that. Okay, 2596 for Tenpai. Can I play the risky tile? Well, actually, white's more risky at this stage, but take things off that now. You can always draw a white dragon, I guess it's there as well. Risk it now, passes. Drop a 7, we're going to the Peiko only, but we'll probably dumber that. I might dumber anyway, actually, how late this is going. See if we can just snipe a quick few points. From 1 to 3, you mean? Or we'll see. 1-2's already been played. We've got plenty of outs on this 2-5 way if it comes to it. 1's not going to be doing a lot for us. Could also be potentially dangerous, but might as well throw it now. Alright, 7 reach. So now it looks like we're going to go into the 8-9 pair weight at this stage, because we definitely want to try and dodge Sif's up to. Sif winning wouldn't be too bad here. That increases the gap to Prospero. Five's not helping us, but equally we can't really play that against what you're doing. We don't have a lot that's definitely good against this hand, I've got to be honest. Given how expensive dot tiles have been, 9 is probably our best play, but it's not a good one. We'll see how long we can go with known safeties, but I think we're going to have to risk for 9s after this. And then we're going to worry about the Dora 3 hand up top. 2 of them are out. It's a Suji to mono, so we'll go with that 4-man next. play that over the free. It's possible after the call he wants that free, especially if he's in a half flush weight, which he probably isn't, but could conceivably be. Thankfully, Prospero stalling here means he's out of safe tiles as well. And we'll play the 5 here. The only chance that I had of dealing in is if he'd changed the hand, which I didn't pay attention to, which I should be doing. Didn't change the hand, so if we draw a 1-man, we're still safe. Friso is probably our best bet for anything else. We could risk the 9. Or just hope we draw a safe tile. Yep, we drew a safe tile. Okay. Okay, Sif on a 2-6 pair weight. That actually is fine. South 3, 1 hand closer to victory. West to begin. So gaps remain 6, 8, 7, 7. It's not a safe gap by any means, but we're looking good for top 2. What do we want to do here? Let's go for 9, actually. We got 4 pairs. I don't think I want to be going for this, but if we assume we can call the greens, assume we get lucky and get one of the outside pairs as well, go for a rush in that direction. And that's actually a good draw. So now I don't have to worry about getting rid of one of my pairs usefully. Might have to get rid of the 5 dot at some point soon-ish. So let me put a long pause on that 2-man. Most likely Sif, but could be somebody else. So what I need to draw now is something that connects to the 5 dot if possible. Okay, full my call. So she had a 3-4 in her hand, so it was that. That's what she was debating, decided against it. So I'm going to assume Tanyo. I'm also going to cut the 1-man here. No, just Sumos. That is a bit annoying, although it seems cheap. I say annoying because it puts these two closer, so I think now a free-hand hand will do it. But against something that quick, we didn't really have a lot of options. Alright, speed is the name of the game here. We want to finish this game now. Gap is 6-3. So as non-dealer, I think they still need Mungans, but we need to race that really. Good news is this is a good hand for going for a Tanyo attack. There we go. Alright, Ishanten. Problem is, 3 dots and 4 dots are not likely to be played, so that's the difficult pair bit here. 8s potentially. Oh, that's just because I clicked there. Don't worry. No, he can have his things up, I think. Actually, I have no idea whether I can't get it off or not. There we go. Alright, White Dragon. Okay, that's the annoying bit, but if Mono's calling, and obviously Mono would call, because if I close the game out now, he definitely finishes in second. So it's worth him trying. Still needs free hand, though, or a deal in. But it means he's more likely to play the 3 and the 4 that we need. Yeah, we'll see. We only need a cheap hand, and that's all we're going for, really. Alright, Salve is fine. We don't know where Vidora are. That's the only risk with any kind of quick attack. Where are Vidora? Where is the value? Because if you know where the value is, often you can guesstimate and see whether they're going to get it or not. But he needs a Mungan with that call. He might be trying to secure second. Alright, Tenpai it is. It's an unlikely Tenpai with the 3.4, but we'll see. 5 will be fine here because that allows us to change our weight up. Oh, this is going to be horrible. Go for it. No, it passed. We still had to do it regardless because it's worth us pushing it. The worst thing for us is going to be a low sumo puts us into the west round. Because I'd only have to lose 1,200 points. There we go. Tanya Nami. End of a trash hand, and we say GG. Plus 22 for the round. And I think we're going to call that a stream for the moment. Thanks for joining us, those who did. We'll definitely be doing this again next week. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to do something on Tabletop Simulator, which will either be yet more of the Washizu Mahjong that you all know and either loathe by this point or love it, or just have no interest in whatsoever. Alternatively, we might be doing some board game nonsense tomorrow. I know Battlestar Galactica has been mentioned, but we'll see. Sunday, I'm going to be joining in more of Kyral's Mahjong nonsense. This time, he's found a way to turn Mahjong into Monopoly, which is clearly terrifying and is clearly something that I'm going to have to subject you all to. So, have a good weekend. I will see you around. Until the next time.